Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's a 4 of Cups. All right. Very, very balanced, very stable. This is kind of, this is like we kind of like where we are right now. We're not really ready to take too many risks, right? But I feel, 5 of Pentacles. Here is the Knight of Pentacles. This is some Capricorn energy. This is that cardinal earth energy, right? Interesting that we have the High Priestess there too. This is going to be, we've got a tough decision ahead of us. Ooh, a 5 of Cups too. Okay, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're using the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card at random. We're not going to look at it until the end. We're going to put our alien Simon Mork Ripley on top of that mystery card. And hopefully it'll tie everything together and give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. Okay, this is really cool. I like this one. Major Arcana, what do we have? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3. This is a nice trifecta of Major Arcana, right? It's just, we have a perfect equilateral triangle here. So I think if these forces can come together in the right way, then I think we're really in for a special treat. We've got some fire energy. We've got some water energy. We've got a little bit of air, not a lot of air, and that's good because sometimes, Capricorn, you get too much air in your readings. And we have some earth energy. So this is pretty balanced. We've got these nice Major Arcana cards. A lot of earth energy going on. Right? I feel like we've made a lot of progress in our life, right? Let's take this card to begin with, right? The Knight of Pentacles. This is that Capricorn energy. This is you, I think this is all the work that you've done up till now. You've really made some strides. Just go watch the rest of your readings from the last few weeks. You've made a lot of progress, right? And I think it's because you've had this tremendous vision. Right, this fire of earth. You've had the imagination, the willpower, the consciousness to see where you're going, and you've stayed the course. Right? You've been on the right track, and you've made tremendous progress. We've got this wave of earth energy. Right? This is all of this earth energy here is like, this is your momentum. You've made such progress. You've kept your eyes on the prize, and you don't want to disrupt that. You don't want to ruin a good thing, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? But we see some stuff going on here. With all of this progress that we've made, all of this vision, now maybe we've reached a resting point. Maybe this Knight of Pentacles is looking at, well, maybe you've run into this High Priestess. And the High Priestess is just an apparition that appears before you and says, hey, I've got something else to show you. But we don't want this 5. We're seeing this as, I've got to keep moving. I don't have time to stop and converse with this apparition, right? I don't have time to entertain this kind of vague feeling or idea or this opportunity that's still kind of hazy, right? It's kind of an incorporeal thing. We're looking for progress. We've got more ground to cover, right? We've got miles to go before we sleep, yeah? So in some ways, this Five of Pentacles is saying we got to keep moving. I don't have time to stop and think about this priestess and this water right here. I've got a Five of Pentacles. I've got to keep moving. Both, see, we have the Two of Pentacles down here and the Five of Pentacles. Both of these cards mean change, right? We're looking to keep making changes, to keep making progress, to keep moving. But down underneath all of this, within us, maybe beneath the surface, subconsciously, there's this other idea of change. This is kind of an idea that it doesn't matter where we are, we're not going to be satisfied. We're going to keep needing to change. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. It's just like an hourglass. Like I've got an hourglass. I think this is a half-hour glass here. We just keep tipping it over. So this Five of Pentacles, this movement, this miles to go before we sleep, it's going to be miles and then more miles and then more miles and then more miles. So there's never going to be an opportunity for you to stop and entertain this apparition, I was going to say aspiration, which it kind of is. This is the chance to transcend, to entertain something higher, right? I think we've been making all of this progress in our physical life, maybe a career thing, family, trying to grow our success, grow our business, our career, whatever. But there's this opportunity right now. There's this... You've met with this ghost on your path and says, hey, I've got something else that you might want to reach for, to strive for. Maybe this Ace of Swords. Because this, again, these are both cards of change. And this is underneath, for whatever reason, you're like a shark. There's this inability to stop moving. We just keep turning the hourglass over and over and over. Miles to go and miles more after that. There's no end to it. Right? For whatever reason, you feel compelled to just keep moving. You don't want to ever stay in one place. Maybe you feel that kind of restlessness in your life. Maybe, not necessarily that you are constantly traveling, but maybe you are. Maybe you don't stay in one home for very long. Maybe you're constantly moving. Maybe you're constantly shifting jobs, changing careers. Maybe we just keep striving for more and more and more success or more adventure or more travel or whatever it is that keeps us going, keeps us on the move in this earth energy, right? Could be this someone who's goes to the gym every day and just wants to get stronger and stronger and stronger, bigger and bigger muscles. When do you stop? There is no stopping. That's when we get this High Priestess energy that says, hey, look, are you really happy with where you're going? I see the Four of Cups. Yes, we're in a position now where things are good. We're doing well. We're feeling good and we're making progress. We have this forward momentum. But something is stopping you on your path right now and giving you this higher aspiration. Maybe we're starting to feel the need for a more spiritual life. Maybe we're starting to feel the need, the increase of this kind of almost a religious feeling that there is an Ace of Swords waiting for us. That we need to get this. We need to find this sword in the stone, right? We're the only ones that can pull that sword out of this earth energy. And this is the truth. This is your destiny. This is this is the one thing that's going to finally allow you to say, I've reached the goal. I've done my miles. I've made enough progress and change. I've found my sword in the stone, and now I can live my destiny. Now I can be, I was going to say rest, but it's not really a rest. It's like this idea of finding your home now. You found where you're supposed to be. And this could be an ideal, this could be a belief, this could be the position in your company or in your life, or what your single truth is. Right? This is King Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone, and that's his destiny. He is meant to be the king of the land. And no one else could pull this sword out, because this is only for you. This is yours. Right? No one else can do this for you. I think that we have this feeling, this strength, this apparition, right? Something that kind of appears before you, or appears in your mind, in your heart. We can't really put a finger on it. We can't really describe it. But it's telling us that there's something else for us. There's something else we have to do. This is your real quest. See, everything else, we're either going up this way or down this way. Either way, there's constant change. There's motion. There's no end to these two cards. But our real destiny, our real path, is to really, this is kind of the Lady of the Lake, right? We've got the water, we've got the sword coming out. This is providing you with that sword that you need to then finally be done with this restless feeling that we have to keep moving somewhere. This is what we need. And now with the Ace of Swords, I don't know what that is. I don't think that you know what that is yet. But that's what this discovery, that's what this High Priestess is here to show us. Okay? So we have to be willing to listen to the message and to discover, search our feelings perhaps, to find our sword in the stone. Where are we meant to be? What is our destiny? What is our truth? What is our will? And that's how I think we can stabilize these ever-changing circumstances, environment, external, internal, right? Constantly changing. And with the two down here inside of you, I think that your will is constantly changing. Your desires, your plans, your path is changing. That we keep flipping this hourglass around. Sometimes we want that. And then we say, okay, now I'm going to switch to doing this. And then I'm going to switch back to that or back to this. And it's just, there's no stability here. Now, the general energy is this Art or Temperance card. I think that you're out here in this wilderness questing, right? And that's part of your fortification. That's strengthening you, right? It's like someone who's had every single job that you can imagine. Well, they're pretty well equipped. They're strong and knowledgeable. They know how to, a jack of all trades, right? And yes, I know master of none is the next part of that phrase. I think there's more to it than that, though. Because there is a benefit in accumulating experience, trying many different things. There is a benefit to constantly be moving around and doing all of this constant motion. There is a benefit to this. It is strengthening you, fortifying you, preparing you for every variable. Right? You know yourself. You know what you're capable of. Any situation that arises, you already know what to do. Very handy that way, right? Probably you feel that way around the house too. Like anything breaks, you know how to fix it, right? If there's an issue, if there's a discussion, if you're at a party and somebody brings up an obscure subject, you already know about it. You know, very very cultured, very worldly. Very skilled, though, too. It's not just a knowledge of where, you can talk about agriculture or finance or politics or, current events. You know about all these things, but you know how to do all of those things. That's the difference, right? That you have the practical experience because you've done something like that before, right? You know how to fix a refrigerator. You know how to work on a jet engine or whatever, right? You know how to do a lot of things. But now we're being offered the chance to find that one thing. Maybe this one thing that takes all of these other skills, right? We're forging this sword in this fire. This is the temperance card. This is the furnace. This is where you get tossed into the fire, you get heated up, then you're taken out, you get banged up around with this earth energy, right? You're in the fire. Then you're out and you're trying different things. You're back into the fire. You're accumulating, you're strengthening yourself, putting all these different kinds of metals in there, all these different experiences into the fire, into you. And what we're doing is creating this sword. It's almost as if, because we've gone through so many different versions of ourselves, so many different iterations or interests or paths or tasks or jobs or careers or whatever, all of those are being forged into this one sword, the strongest sword that there ever was. I think it's time now for you to look at it this way and find this so that you can, I kind of want to say rest, but so you can fully embrace this life path, this accomplishment, really, right? It's no longer wandering, questing through the forest. Now you're on your throne as the ruler of your own life, right? You have found the throne for you. You found where you are meant to be. It's happening quickly. The timing is now. This is the Eight of Wands in the position of your environment, the position of timing, and how we are relating to the environment. It's beginning to look a little hectic, a little frantic. This constant changing, right? Changing paths, trying different things. It's starting to look a little bit like we don't know where to go. A little bit of anxious energy. Kind of that tap dancing in place. I probably say that every Capricorn reading. There's a lot of that nervous energy, a lot of trying different things. It's getting to be a little bit much, right? It's beginning to reach a bit of a crescendo. And I think it's time for us now to put our stuff down, listen to the aspiration or apparition, and find this sword, find our truth, find our will. It's happening quickly. There's an urgency to it, okay? But the next card, Five of Cups. See, we have this Four of Cups that we started with. We barely talked about the Four of Cups. This is the relative stability that you feel amidst all of this changing activity around you, the changing environment, the changing jobs, the changing friends, or whatever. In all of this change, you feel a certain sense of comfort and stability. We don't want to change that. We don't want to lose that. Here's the Five of Cups in the position of what we don't want. This is adding change into that. Well, is that what we need? More change? Kind of, yeah. You feel this emotional security and stability and this comfort amidst all of this changing landscape, all of this wilderness, all of this, the various quests that you're on. But in order to find this, I think we have to be willing to accept a little bit of instability here. We have to get out of our comfort zone. Maybe if this became stable, we would feel instability here, because now it's the opposite, right? Amidst all of this change, we feel stability. Well, if these can stabilize, we'll symbolize it like that. If these stabilize, then maybe we'll feel a little bit of the kind of the too much change here in our core, in our heart, right, in our general well-being. So that's what I see with this card in this position. I feel like this is what we need, though. We need to be willing to step out of our comfort zone, to be a little bit uncomfortable for a minute. Let's shake things up to find this Ace of Swords. And of course, we've got the Hanged Man at the end. The Hanged Man, this is now, this is you accepting the fact that this is your destiny, right? This is you now understanding that this is what is meant for you. So we're opening up, we're being receptive to this High Priestess energy. We want to keep things moving. We want to stay here where we feel most comfortable, and this is amidst all of the kind of change and the activity of life. But in order to really, to activate this triad of major arcana, this real spiritual force, this destiny, we have to accept what our truth is, right? Because you may not like it at first. It may not have the same Four of Cups kind of stability. It may not be as familiar. But I think that there's an idea of acceptance, of being open and being truly like embracing this, like knowing that it's meant for you and being willing to immerse yourself in it. Even though there's the reluctance that we're talking about. Because it is what has been prepared for you, and it's what the universe is trying to communicate to you. But there's some resistance to it. The Hanged Man now is not resisting. Okay? It's not resisting it. Let's look at the mystery card now. Let's see what Simon has to say. A lot of interesting Capricorn readings lately. I've been doing a lot of Capricorn readings lately anyway, but I feel like there are a lot of urgent messages for Capricorn. I feel like this is really a really intense time in your life. So what do we think? What do we think Simon's going to say? I think I would like a 6 of something, right? I want to see a 6 of Pentacles, honestly, because I want this energy to stabilize. And I want us to realize that it is a positive thing. Stabilizing this energy is a positive thing. There we go. Yeah, other than a 6 of Pentacles, maybe a 6 of Cups too, because we have the 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Well, why not have a 6 of Cups too? Yeah. Let's see. It's not. It's a 5 of Pentacles again. So we have the same energy here. We have this constant change and motion, miles and miles to go. Well, look at this, miles and miles. You're passing up this opportunity. You're getting worn out of it. It's becoming detrimental. Right? Looking at these figures, they are still just walking on by. They've got miles to go. They don't know that their destiny, their fate is inside that building. They're just passing it by. They keep walking. And they're tired, they're sore, they're injured, right? It's cold, it's snowing out, it's dark. They just keep going. So it's not so much that that this opportunity is passing us by, because there's a sense of urgency, there's a sense of things constantly in motion, but it's not like this opportunity is just saying, hey, here I am, take it or leave it. No, okay, I'm going. No, it's like we are passing this opportunity by, that it's always there, but we're choosing to keep walking past it. Yeah. So I think this card is a confirmation that, look, in all of this movement, we are walking right by this wonderful spiritual activation, this destiny, this truth, this intense accomplishment. That we're choosing to keep walking. Yeah. And I think that's what we need to be aware of. At first I was kind of thinking, well, we better, especially with this Eight of Wands, I was thinking, well, we better take advantage of this situation, because I feel like the timing's really important. I don't feel like this High Priestess is going to be here forever. It's just like if you don't acknowledge that apparition, it's going to just vanish, right? And that's it. No, I feel like the apparition or aspiration is always there, but we see it and we just keep going. Yeah. So I think we need to at least stop and have that conversation with it, right? Anyway, we are going to have another conversation in the extended reading. If you would like to stick around, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just Capricorn, but for every sign. I encourage you to cross-watch. Check your other placements. Definitely hit the like button. Leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. All right. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.